Beautiful Fiji as we move into the quarterfinals here of the Outerknown Fiji Pro, and this is a cracker to get the quarterfinal round underway. Maddie Wilkinson, former finalist, taking on Julian Wilson, who's also been a former finalist. Gig Cilliers alongside Martin Potter. What a difficult one to call on paper, Potts.
Maddie Wilco, an opportunity to wear that yellow jersey leaving this place if he wins.
Well, while we were away, Maddie Wilkinson got something underway for us. And this is what got the heat rolling, Potts.
Yeah, well, Julian Wilson a little bit too far out on that occasion. You heard Joel talk about the fact there is not a lot of good ones out there at the moment with that high tide, but have a look at this wave for Maddie Wilco, setting it up nicely as he drives through the barrel, and he comes flying out of that one. So Maddie Wilco, what a way to start. Julian Wilson just a little bit too far out to get that wave, literally handing it on a platter to Maddie Wilco. And Maddie Wilco makes him pay in the form of an 8.33 gigs. What a way to start. And then straight back out into the lineup again. Maddie Wilco driving through yet another tube ride. So talk about those slow heats. What happens right after the slow heats? We find there is a lot of waves in the next one. This ocean pulses. It ebbs and flows. And what a cracking start for Maddie Wilco. Julian Wilson up and riding on his backhand, trying to answer back. Sits nicely in the barrel, drawing out of it. Now he's going to go to that rail turn, trying to get some maneuvers, trying to maximize the scoring potential on this one. Upside down re-entry. Can he ride out of it? Yes, he can. He's got a lot of work to do, though. Maddie Wilco with an 8.33. He's going to back it up with another excellent score.
Well, here we go. We're following live action. Julian Wilson up and riding again, straight into that tube stance. He's holding it. Now he'll let go for a bit of speed, finds a clean exit. Down the line he goes, subtle rail adjustments to load up that turn. Not quite up in the top section. Julian, a little stumble there as well, so that ride has a few blemishes on it. Nonetheless, wave number 2 being established by Julian Wilson.
Julian Wilson, Maddie Wilco didn't look too happy about it. Let's see. Julian up and riding, grabs a rail straight off the bat, slides into it. Now he starts to slow down to try and get inside the barrel, comes out. And now he's got to go to turns to try and put some extra points on the board. And a little bit of a stumble right there. Deciding to kick out of that. So Julian needing a 7 or above to get himself out of the combo. This is not going to do it for him. Going to need something quite special, Gigs, something up into the 8 to 9 point range if he wants to have a go at Maddie Wilco.
Well, here goes Wilco, wave number 3 already. He's got the Midas touch here, and he'll flow beyond the curtain again. The wave puffs now, loading up that forehand turn. There it is. Beautiful combination coming to this ride. And another great offering to the judging panel, already establishing a set of 8s in his scoreline. And he'll pounce on that one for us too, Potts.
Yeah, it's just going to be another good score, isn't it?
Well, let's go and have a look at that wave number 3 from Matt Wilkinson, and it's another top-end score, Potts.
Yeah, another top-end score, but just underneath that 8.33. Nice opening turn, and then just gets beautifully slotted in the barrel, waiting for that inside section and some beautiful turns. So Matt Wilkinson, an 8.23, just under the 8.33, so the situation will remain the same.
Into the bowl, he's finding those waves that he can like read and get back deeper on the bowl and really ride the foam ball. He's really letting the wave do the work and kind of sitting on the foam ball, putting on the gas right when he needs to, and flying through it, you know, coming out and doing turns. He's reading all of the different little nuances within the bowl, which is really hard to do and really hard to slow yourself down, really hard to stay back into the tube and really understand what's going on when you're in the tube. You're riding it, you're really thinking, oh, I got to come out. But out here, to get the score, you got to think, I need to stay deep. I need to stay behind this curtain. I've got to ride it, read it, ride that, push that inside rail down just enough to keep yourself slowed down, and then release it and come flying out with the bowl. So, you know.
Amazing events, one of those amazing trophies. Here we go.
South Pacific offers up another ride here, and we'll see if Julian Wilson can build some numbers now to bring a comeback story as he just navigates that rail. Now he slots in the tube beautifully, holds the line. Beautiful line as well as he finds the exit. So comeback trail now for Julian Wilson. Aggressive hack as well. And with around 12.5 minutes remaining, we saw a quick fight back from Stu Kennedy in the last heat, packing scores in quite quickly. So we'll see if this is the comeback story now for Julian.
Welcome back, Mr. Wilson. that's that technique that he used to get in the barrel. The check turn, bottom turn, slide maneuver. I mean, there was so much going on there. Let's have a look. First turn, nice, clean, smooth bottom turn to get the entry. Connecting nicely. Watch this turn. Off the bottom, snap, pulled in. I mean, that's a very difficult thing to do, and then position yourself in the barrel. Unreal surfing right there. Absolutely nailed it. Julian Wilson gets himself back into the heat. Anything over a 7 is going to narrow that requirement. But watch this bottom turn here as he comes off the bottom, slides off the bottom, jams at mid-face, and then pulls in. So great technique there to slow and wipe off speed to get himself into the tube. So Julian Wilson, unbelievable surfing right there. And that is going to get him right back in the mix.
Remember that Matt Wilkinson holds pro. Now Julian snuck way up the reef here, and he's going to find an entry into this pit and an exit as well. So he wrangles with those rails to bring completion. Now, nice tight snap with a little flare as the exits. Another nil jam as well, so he likes that. 7 minutes to go. Looking to ditch a 6.67 and replace it with the requirement of an 8.51. Out from underneath Matt Wilkinson's
He sure did. Let's have a look as he slides straight into the barrel. Great technique. Pulls up, comes out nice and clean. And then a couple of beautiful turns here. Low, deep bottom turn, snapping it beautifully. And then watch this next turn. Bang! Connects perfectly, throwing the tail out. So that felt good to him. You could see the posture. I don't know whether the barrel was deep enough to warrant that 8.51. It's definitely going to better his 6.67. I think it's going to come close to the 8-point range, but maybe just under that 8.5 requirement.
Fantastic, mate. Congratulations on the performances you put in this week, and yeah, can't wait to see it, Jay, mate.
Thanks, and go Connor O'Leary. Woo.
You guys have been tight all week, eh? Let's go there. You guys have been tight all week, spurring each other on. He's been caddying for you. You're going to be in his corner for the rest of the event, I take it.
And Wilco with a chance now to move another step closer to taking the yellow jersey. That man on screen is on his way to semi-final number 1.